A very good morning, students. In our previous videos, we discussed the concepts from linked lists, and basically, we have discussed the insertion concepts, how we insert a new node into an already existing linked list. That we have seen, and we said insertion. So, quickly, I will go to that slide. So, we said insertion we can do in three different ways. Yes, the newly created node, you can insert that node at the first position, that is nothing but at the front of your linked list. Okay, at the front of your singly linked list. That how we are achieving means with the help of add at first function. Then we can also insert uh, a given node after a desired node's location. That how we are achieving with the help of add after function. Or we can also insert a newly created node at the end of the singly linked list that we are achieving with the help of add at end function. So these three functions we need to discuss: add at first, add after, and add at end. In our previous video only we discussed this add at first function. I mean, how we are going to add a new node at the front of your linked list, and we said it is a four-step algorithm or a four-step process. If you follow those four steps, automatically what will happen, the newly created node will be added at the front of your singly linked list. So this we have already discussed, adding a node at the front of your singly linked list, at the front of the singly linked list, that we are achieving with the help of add at first function. This we already discussed. So concept was very simple. First we have to create the new node, then make the new node's data part as new data, whatever data we have sent, then make the new node of next equals to whatever address the head node is holding. That address we have to assign, and finally we have to make the newly created node as head node. So these four steps, if you follow, the newly created node will be added at the front of your singly linked list. So we have to do after the analysis, I mean after the implementation. I have shown you with the help of program implementation as well. We have added this same added first function in our singly linked list code, and we have added new nodes at the front of your singly linked list, that we have seen practically as well. So now we have to do the time complexity analysis of this added first function. So this added first function, as it is having four statements and it is not having any loop, because adding the node at the front of your singly linked list, it is not going to have any node shifting, isn't it? Which we have to consider the first node itself, or we have to consider the head node itself. We're not moving backward and forward directions in our singly linked list. That we are not doing, and there is no unknown number of movements, or there is no unknown number of nodes that we are considering into our singly linked list. I mean, inside this added first function, just forget about how many nodes we have inside our singly linked list. When we are adding the node at the first position, we are only checking the head pointer whether it is empty or not, and directly we are adding our newly created node at the first position itself. Clear? So this process, the added first function, as it is not involved with any loops, all the statements, they will consume only 1 unit of time in order to complete their execution. So this creation of new node, it will take only 1 unit of time, and assigning the new data to the data part of your newly created node, it will also take only 1 unit of time. And here, assigning the head pointer to the newly created node's next pointer, it will also take 1 unit of time. And here, this one, finally making the first node, making the newly created node as the head node, that will also take only 1 unit of time. So total how many units? It is 4 units. So our time complexity function f of n equals to 4, and this 4, it is a constant value. It is a constant value. So if it is a constant value, what will be our order? Order of 1. So our time complexity is order of 1. So the function added first, it has to do order of 1 work in order to add the newly created node at the front of your singly linked list. Hope you understood this one. So the next concept, that is adding a new node after a given position. So basically what we do, after how many nodes we want our newly created node to be inserted, that number of nodes we will give, and ultimately what will happen, our newly created node will be added after that location, after that location. So it is a 6-step process, basically adding a newly created node after the number of nodes. It is a 6-step process. In this case, the newly created node is added after a specified node location within the given singly linked list. For example, let us assume our singly linked list is this one. So that same previous case only we are taking. Here we have 10, 15, 20, 25. Likewise, we have 4 nodes in our singly linked list, and I want my newly created node, that is newly created node, new node is my 5. Okay, 5 I want to be inserted after 15. So here I want that 5 to be inserted. This 5, it has to be inserted over here. So how my linked list will change after inserting this 5 after this 15 means something like this. First we'll have 10, then 15, then we got this 5, then 20, 25. Like this my linked list will change. So in order to do this, how our algorithm will change, or how our function will change, that we have to understand. So the function that adds an item after a specified node is add after function. Which function will do this job for us means add after function. So over here you can see add after. So the add after must receive a pointer to the head node, the number of nodes after which the new node needs to be inserted, and the data element to be inserted into the new node. So 3 things we are going to pass to this added first function, that we will see. How we will change our added first function, that we will see. But first let us understand the concept very clearly. See here, as I told you, how many steps we have to follow? 6 steps we have to follow before inserting that new node, newly created node, after a specified location, after a specified node. So here we are passing only the number of nodes. Head already we declared globally. So I told you no need to bother about the head node, because we are not changing anything to the head node. So here add after, as you can see, it is taking 2 arguments. The first is the number of nodes after which you want this newly created node to be inserted. So let us say if I put 1 over here, if I put the number of nodes as 1, then my newly created node will be inserted after the first node. After the first node, you have to understand this one. We are saying add after. So this 1 if you pass, the newly created node will be added after the first node. If you put 2, then after the second node, 3 after the third node, likewise. You remember this one. So here what we are passing, the count of the number of nodes after which you want this newly created node to be inserted, that we are passing over here. And this new data is the data that you are going to store inside the newly created node. The newly created node, it is going to have 2 parts, the pointer part and the data part. Data part is going to hold the data, and that data we are going to pass with the help of this new data. So here also, as you can see, the first 2 steps are exactly similar to the previous algorithm. Here also we have to allocate the new node, that is nothing but we have to create the new node, and this new node creation, from the heap we are allocating the memory. Using the new operator, from the heap we are allocating the memory. Then we are we also need to create a temporary pointer. We also need to create a temporary pointer because we don't want any changes to the head pointer. See, whenever when we do the changes to the head pointer and when we don't means, if you are adding the node at the front, there we have to change the head pointer. isn't it? Because we have to assign the head pointer to the newly created node. So indirectly what we are doing, we are changing the head pointer. But over here we should not change the head pointer, because if you change the head pointer, what will happen? You will lose the connectivity to your singly linked list, because head pointer is the reference to your singly linked list. If you if you change that head pointer, ultimately you will lose the connectivity from to your singly linked list. So don't change head pointer unless it is required. Adding a new node at the first place, definitely you have to change the head pointer, because the first node itself is going to become the head pointer after that point, isn't it? So over here what we are doing, we are creating one new node and one temporary pointer, which will act like a head pointer for this operation. Okay, which will act like a head pointer for this operation. So the next thing, we are storing the data inside that new nodes data part. So store the data inside this new nodes data part. It is very easy. New node of data equals to new data. That's it. Then what we are doing, we are checking whether the list is empty or not, isn't it? If your list is completely empty, let us assume if your list is empty and you're saying to insert your node after some third node or fourth node, is it possible? Your list is empty and you're asking the program code to insert your node after the third node. It is an illegitimate thing. So immediately what we have to do, whenever the list is empty, insert the newly created node as the first node. Insert the newly created node as the first node and stop your program. Don't go any further, because we don't have any nodes in our we don't have any nodes in our singly linked list, and the node which you have just created, it is your first node. It is your first node. So what we have to do, head equals to new node. Inside head, store the new node's address. That's it. And make the new node of next equals to null, because the only node we have right now, isn't it? So next what we are doing, else if your singly linked list is not empty, then what we have to do, the number of locations what they have given, we simply have to traverse till that point. Suppose if your number of nodes 2 you have given, if your num value is 2, that is after 2 nodes if you want to insert your newly created node, then that 2 location we have to traverse, isn't it? So who will do the traversal job, means this while loop will do the traversal job. So every time the num value we are decrementing by 1 and we are moving the temporary pointer ahead. We are moving the temporary pointer ahead. So right now inside this while, if you see, num is greater than 0 and temp equals to temp of next. So in the first iteration, let us assume my num value is 2. So I want to move my temporary pointer 2 locations ahead. I want to move my temporary pointer 2 locations ahead. So my num value is 2 now. Num value is 2 now. So initially 2 is greater than 0. Condition true. So what will happen? Temp will move 1 location ahead. So here in your linked list, temp will start from here. So right now the temp will come over here. The temp will come over here. Then we are decrementing num value. Num is minus minus. So then num value will become 1 now. Num value will become 1 now. So next what we are doing, again we are, this is, I think this is your 0, this is your 1 and this is your 2. If you give num value as 2, then your newly created node will be added after 3 nodes. That you have to understand, because the first node's index value is 0, the second node's index value is 1 and the third node index value is 2. So whatever num here we are giving, this is nothing but your index value. So if you give the index value as 2, the newly created node will be inserted over here. The newly created node will be inserted over here. So that to understand, so num is 2 now, 2 is greater than 0. So initially temp was pointing here, temp was pointing here. Now num is 2, so 2 is greater than 0. Then temp equals to temp of next. So the temp will jump from here to here. Temp will come over here now. Temp is pointing the first index node. Then again num minus minus. So num will become 1 now. Num is 1 now. So next 1 is greater than 0. Condition true. 1 is greater than 0. Condition true. So temp equals to temp of next. Temp will move to this location. Temp will move to this location. And now right now my temp is pointing over here, so whatever num value I will decrement, now num will become 0, and this while 0 is greater than 0 condition becomes false, so the control will come over here. Now make next of new node as the next of the current temporary location. So now this temporary pointer is pointing to this location, and whatever we have here, the address, that address we are storing into the newly created node. That address we are storing into the newly created node. That I will explain graphically. You just see this one, this entire code. After that, what we are saying, temp of next equals to new node. Temp of next equals to new node. Ultimately, the link which is existing over here, that will be removed. So immediately we will go and we will see graphically how this thing can be explained. So here I have taken everything. With example. We have how many nodes? Here we have 4 nodes in my linked lists, and I want my node to be inserted after this 15. I want my node to be inserted after this 15. So the index values over here, they are something like this. The index values, this is your 0th index, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. Likewise, you remember. Likewise. So if I want my node to be inserted after this 20, let us assume I want my node to be inserted after this 20. Over here, I want my node to be inserted. So what I have to do, I have to pass the num value as 2. I have to pass the num value as 2 and the data value as 5. So that I will do now. So over here, what I am doing, I am passing the num value as 2 because I want my node to be inserted after that 20. So I am passing num value as 2. So let us quickly check whether we have any eraser. Yes, we have the eraser. So remove this one. For our understanding, I am removing all these things. Go to the next slide and remove these things also. Okay, now go back here and start from the beginning. So point 1 or step 1, we have to create the new node. I have created my new node. As you can see over here, I have the new node and this is my consideration. I have my new node. This is my consideration and I want this node to be inserted after this. Just a second. Yeah, after this, what we call 2. So I'm keeping over here. I want my node over here in between these two. Okay, I want my node over here. So what I have to do, yeah, I have to follow that algorithm. So everything is clear for us, isn't it? Head is holding the first node's address, and the first node is holding the second node's address, and second node is holding the third node's address. Likewise, till the end we have. Last node's next pointer is null, isn't it? So right now I want my node to be inserted over here. So my num value, okay, new data will become, my new data is 5. New data equals to 5 and my num value is 2. Num value is 2. Or we can say position also. Okay, my position is 2. After this second position, I want my newly created node to be inserted. So that we will see how we have to insert. So the first step, what is that? Create new node. That we have already done. New node we have created. Then take the temporary pointer. I am taking the temporary pointer. So temporary pointer, what I am saying, what to do? Okay, temporary pointer. Temporary pointer, where we are taking, here we are taking. So that I will take, I'm taking one temporary pointer over here. So like this box, and I'm giving the name as temp, and what I'm storing into it, I'm storing head value, as you can see over here. New star temp equals to head. So what head is holding, the same thing we are copying into this. So head is holding 100. So here also, 1001. So that 1001 will come over here also. So 1001 means ultimately your temporary pointer is going to point the first node. Okay, your temporary pointer is pointing the first node. Next, what we have to do, we have to check if head equals to null or not. Is it null? No, it is not null. It is pointing to this 1001. So if head not equals to null, if then this entire thing will be skipped. Okay, this third point will be skipped. Then the control will go to the fourth point. So what is my num value now? My num value is 2, isn't it? My num value is 2. So yeah, here my num value is equals to 2. So initially 2 is greater than 0. Condition true. So temp equals to temp of next. Move the temp. Temp equals to temp of next. Where the temp is pointing, here the temp is pointing. So that statement I'm writing, you simply focus on this one. Temp equals to temp of next, we are saying. Like this we are saying. Temp equals to temp of next. Put this thing side. Yeah, here I am keeping this one. When it required, I will bring it back to our slide. So over here, temp equals to temp of next, we are saying. So next what we have to do, yeah, we have to analyze what this means exactly. So temp over here, left side to the assignment operator will give you the memory location, equals to temp right side to the assignment operator, it will give you 1001, whatever temp is holding, that 1001 of next, what it is having, 1001 of next, 1001 of next, this 2002 will come over here. So 2002 will be initialized to here. So 2002 will come over here also. 2002 will come here also. So ultimately what will happen when 2002 will come over here means, yeah, this link will be removed, isn't it? This link will be removed, and the temp is going to point over here. Now the temp is going to point this location. Okay, this thing I will remove. Now the temp is pointing that location. Clear? Hopefully you understood. So I will take this to the top here. So this 2002 will come here. So now temp is pointing to what? Temp is pointing to 2002. So here a link will be established like this. Temp is now pointing to 2002. Okay. So next thing, what we have to do? Again, we have to follow the algorithm. So over here in the algorithm, now after temp equals to temp of next, I am decrementing num value. So num value will become 1 now. So again, the loop will iterate. 1 is greater than 0, condition true. So one more time, temp equals to temp of next. One more time, temp equals to temp of next. So what is temp value? What is temp value? Temp value 2002. So 2002 is here. 2002 is next. That is 3003. This 3003 we are storing into temp. 3003 we are storing into temp. So what will happen? So immediately this will be replaced with 3003. Temp equals to temp of next means 3003 will come over here. So this link again, it gets removed. This link will be removed, and whatever we have inside this, yeah, 3003. So the temp is going to point here now. 3003. It is going to point 3003 like this. So now my temp is pointing 3003. So far we achieved this one. this much. So far we achieved this much. So next step, again decrement the num value. So num value will become 0 now. Num value will become 0 now. 0 is greater than 0. Condition becomes false. So the control will come to this point. Control will come to this point and read this fifth step in our algorithm. Okay, make next of new node. So take the new node and whatever next we have as the next of current location, that is nothing but temp. Okay, so make the, this one you take into consideration, bring it to here, bring it to our consideration. Hopefully it is visible to you. So now what we have to do is, see, make the new node's next pointer, as next of temporary pointer, that is current location. Current location means what? Current location means this temporary pointer only. We are currently pointing to the temporary pointer. We are currently pointing to this 3003. So inside this 3003, whatever next we have, make that same thing as next of your what we call new node. This is your new node. Don't forget this one. This is your new node. So new underscore node. This is your new node. So now next what we have to do? This statement you read. This statement you take. New node of next equals to temp of next. New node of next equals to temp of next. That you write over here. I'm writing. You see, new node of new underscore node of next equals to temp of next. Temp of next. So this statement you analyze. What is temp? Temp is 3003. 3003 is next. 3003 is next. What is the 3003 is next? 3003 is next is 4004. Isn't it? 3003 is next is 4004. So that 4004 you take here. 4004. This 4004 where we are keeping, here this new node of next. New node of next is a memory location. Because it is left side to the assignment operator. So here we are keeping that 4004. So indirectly this 4004 where it is going? New node of next. Here. New node of next is this block. We are talking about this block only. So inside that block we are storing 4004. So 4004 will come here. 4004 will come here. So if it is 4004, where it will point? It will point to this. It will point to this, like this. It will point. From here to here it will point. Clear? So this step is over. Now temp is pointing here. This new node of next is pointing here. This thing is over. So next what we have to do? Next step after this, we have to consider the last step. We have to consider the last step, that is this one. Okay, move the next of current location as new node. Okay, move the next of current location as new node. So this particular thing we have to understand. Temp of next equals to new node. We have to do temp of next equals to new node. That I'm writing over here. The last step is temp of next equals to new node. We are saying like this. New node. New node means what? The address of new node. Address of new node is 5005. 5005. Where we are storing this? Inside temp of next. Temp is 3003. Temp is 3003. And next what we are doing? Of next we are doing. 3003 is next. 3003 is here. Of next. This one. This part we are storing 5005. This part we are storing 5005. So it is a memory block basically, as it is left side to the assignment operator. Then 5005 we are storing here. So ultimately what will happen? Whatever we have here, it will be replaced with 5005. Hope you understood. Whatever we have here, this thing will be replaced with 5005. So that thing, it will be replaced with 5005. So when it is 5005, where it will point? It will point to this 5005 location like this. It will point to the 5005 location like this. And as it is no more 4004, so this link will be removed. As it is no more 4004, so this link will be removed and a new link will be established like this. Now your linked list consideration. This is 0th node, First index node, second index node. Then after this we have like this here. So this is your third index node. Then this is your fourth index node. So like this you will get inside your linked list. Now how you will get the nodes means first you have 10, then you have 15, then you have 20, then you have 5, then 25, and finally the null. Finally the null. So like this, add after whatever position value you are giving. Based on that position value, it will insert the newly created node at that after that position. So here we give the position value num as 2. So our newly created node got inserted after that second index node. After that second index node. So we simply followed the algorithm whatever it is given, and accordingly we have inserted the newly created node after that location. Okay, so here the time complexity we have to analyze, because the number of nodes after which you want to insert the newly created node is unknown at the time of calling this function. It is completely unknown. When you are calling the function, after how many nodes that the user is going to insert the newly created node, it is unknown. Maybe he will use that function to insert a newly created node at the first location itself, or after the 10 nodes, after the 15 nodes, after the 100 nodes. It is an unknown number. So that is the reason why how many times your loop, over here we have this while loop, because this number, it is completely unknown. It is completely unknown and it is a variable, and this loop is dependent on this variable, and how many times this loop will iterate means exactly how much number the end user is giving over here, isn't it? So as this is an unknown number, we consider this loop will iterate n number of times. We consider this loop will iterate n number of times, and rest of all the statements, yeah, this is n, this is n, and here this is 1, this is 1. Likewise you will get. So whatever order you will get, yeah, here in the previous slide also we have some of the statements. This is one and this is another one, and here this if else case, if it becomes true then 3, if it becomes false then 0. Likewise we are going to have the time function. So on the whole, if you consider this, and if we consider this as false case, then 2 plus 3n, 3n plus over there 2, here 2, 3n plus 4. Our f of n will become 3n plus 4, 3n plus 4. Whatever is the order, we don't want this constant and we don't want this multiple, isn't it? We want this n only. If there is n, then our time complexity function will become order of n only. Order of n. As you can see over here, time complexity of add after is order of n, where n is the number of nodes after which the new node will be inserted. N is the number of node after which the new node will be inserted, and that is unknown when the function is called. That is the reason why our time complexity will become order of n. Since there is a loop from head to the number of nodes after which the new node will be inserted, the function does order of n work. How much work the function will do means order of n work. So this thing you have to remember immediately. Yes, we have to input this code into our linked list code, and we have to see whether it will give the positive result or not. So step by step I will do. I'm opening my program. So the same program with added first only. With added first only. Now what we are doing? We are adding add after, and this will take two things, isn't it? This will take two things. First one is int num and int new data. Int new data. So like this. So in this function, first step, what we have to do? Go to your algorithm. First step, add the create the new node. So how we are creating? Node star new node equals to new of constructor call. This much. New node creation is over. Next, what we have to do? We have to take a temporary pointer and assign it to head. Take a temporary pointer and assign it to head. So how can we take the temporary pointer? Node star temp equals to make it as head. Second step is over. First step is over. Second step, what we have to do? We have to initialize that new data to this new node of data. So new node of data equals to what? Equals to new data. New underscore data. Next, what we have to do after inserting the new data, we have to check whether the linked list is empty or not. If at all head is null, how we are checking linked list is empty or not? If head is null, linked list is empty. If head is null, then what we are doing? We are inserting. If the head is null, insert the newly created node as the first node. So how we can do that? So yes, head equals to new node, head equals to new node, then new node of next equals to, because now the new node will become, if the linked list is empty and you are inserting this new node as the first node, then new node will become the only node available inside the linked list. New node will become the only node available inside the linked list. So we have to make new node of next equals to null, because that is the first node and that itself the last node. So new node of next equals to null. So like this we have to do. And over here, if your linked list is empty and if you have already inserted the new node, then there is nothing more to do. So return. There is nothing more to do. So simply return. If at all this condition is not true, if at all head is not equals to null, then what we have to do? Then take the while loop and move to that position. Move your temporary pointer to that position. So how we can move? Num must be greater than 0, and inside this loop what we are doing? We are moving our temporary pointer to that location. So how we can move? Temp equals to temp of next. That's it. Temp equals to temp of next. Then decrement the num value, num minus minus. That's it. This will move your temporary pointer to that location, after which you want the new node to be inserted. So once the temporary pointer is there, then what we have to do? Then make the new nodes next pointer, new nodes next pointer to point temp of next, temporary pointers next. Clear? Then after making like this, what we have to do? We have to make the temporary pointers next as new node, temporary pointers next as new node. New node. Already I have explained this thing graphically. Just try to analyze that small explanation again and again until you become familiar with that one. I'm telling you, the logics are very simple, but the implementation, when it comes, it is very difficult. And when the implementation will become easy for you means if you do the analysis of concept perfectly, if you do the analysis of logic perfectly, then it will become very easy for you. The implementation will become very easy for you. So temp of next equals to new node. So whatever new node address is there, that new node's address we are keeping inside temporary pointers next. Hopefully we have done all the steps. Yes, we have done all the steps. So next what we have to do? We have to check. We have to check whether our, I mean, our function will work or not. What is the return type of that function? What return type I have taken? Void, I believe. Yes, void add after. Our function is add after function. That function we have to check now. Okay, so that I am doing now. So quickly go here. Our linked list is this one now. Our linked list is this one. Yeah, right now our linked list is this much. So we will see quickly whether it is printing that or not, or there are any issues with our add after function. Yeah, there are no issues with add after. So simply I'm executing and checking whether I got, yeah, we got that same 3, 15, 10, 3, 5, 10, 15, 25. Now let us assume I want to add some 20 between this 15 and 25. So what is the number value I have to pass? Between 15 and 25, I want 20. So I have to use add after. I cannot use add first, because if I use add first, my 20 will be added over here before this 3. That I don't want. I want my 20 to be inserted between this 15 and 25. So I have to use add after. Add after I have to use, and num value what I have to give? Node value, I'm sorry, no, new data value is 20. Num value what I have to give? Yeah, 0, 1, 2, 3. I have to give the new, I have to give the num value as 3. Num value as 3 and new data value as 20. So quickly go and do that one. So here put one C out of end, NL. Okay. So I'm calling add after. Add after function I'm calling, and I'm passing the num value as 3 because this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and I want my 20 after this 15. So after this 3, after the third position. So 0, 1, 2, 3, third position. Okay, third index value. After the third index value, I want my node to be inserted. So after third, what node? 20 node I want. So this is it. So how we can check whether it is doing perfectly or not? By calling the print list only, by doing the traversal. So by how we do the traversal? By passing the head. So this is my display, and over here how my linked list is going to be after inserting that one means take this entire thing, copy this entire thing and paste over here, and whatever I am inserting that will come after 15. So I want like this 20. Yes, my linked list, it should print this much: 3, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. It has to print like this. So quickly save this one and go and check. Compile. Compilation successful, and execute. Yes, as you can see, first we had 10, 15, 25 null. Then we have inserted 5 using add it first. So it got inserted at the first position. So 5, 10, 15, 25 null. Then we used 3 using add. Then we have inserted 3 using add it first one more time. So 3, 5, 10, 15, 25 null. Then we have inserted this 20. Then we have inserted this 20 using add after function. Using add after function, and to that add after function we passed the position value, the number value as 3, and the new data value as 20. So as we passed 3, so it has considered 0, 1, 2, 3. So it has inserted this 20 after this 15. Hopefully you understood this one. So we'll do one more thing. We'll insert one more cout of NL. Okay, using where I want means between this 5 and 10 I want 7. Between this 5 and 10 I want 7. So add after of what number value I have to give? 0, 1. Isn't it? 1 I have to give. 1 comma new data value 7, because I want 7 between this 5 and 10. So likewise. So next is again use the print list function. Print list of head. Print list of head. Then this is your display, and how my linked list is going to be after this means after inserting that 7 after position 1, 7 after position 1, so that will come over here 7 like this. My linked list, it should become 3, 5, 7, 10, 15, 20, 25, then null. So quickly go and see. Compile. Compilation is successful, then execute. Run. Yes, as you can see, we got 3, 5, 7, 10, 15, 20, 25 null. So like this we have inserted 7 after this position 1, after this index position 1. Hopefully you understood. So we'll go and we'll see what we have next. So the time complexity already we discussed. So the next thing, adding a node at the end, okay, after the last node or at the end of your singly linked list. Adding a node at the end of your singly linked list. It is also a 6-step process. So in this case, the new node will be added after the last node of the given singly linked list. So where it will be added? After the last node. So whatever node we have as the last node in our singly linked list, after that last node, the newly created node will be inserted. Okay. So for example, consider this one. Over here. For example, if the given linked list is like this 10, 15, 20, 25, if you have like this and you want this 5 to be inserted after the last node, then how your linked list will be changed? 10, 15, 20, 25 and last. Okay, last you will get this 5. Okay, always whenever you call this add it last, because who will do this job means add it end function will do. So since a singly linked list is typically represented by the head of it, we have to traverse till the end of till the end of the singly linked list. We have to take a temporary pointer and we have to reach the end, and after that end we have to insert the newly created node. So here you can see what we have to do. We have to take the temporary pointer. We have to take the temporary pointer. We have to initially we have to initiate the temporary pointer over here. Okay, then we have to jump from here to here, then from here to here, from here to here. Now when you are here, when the temporary pointer is here like this, then you have to do the insertion job. This is your new node. This is your new node. Then you have to do the insertion job. How we will do this one? We will see the algorithm. And who will do this job means a function with name add at end. Who will do this job? Add at end function will do that job for us. So quickly go and see the algorithm. And again, this algorithm is also a 6-step algorithm. This algorithm is also a 6-step algorithm, and first step is exactly similar to the previous one. Okay, first step is exactly similar to the previous one. So that is, first what we have to do, allocate the memory for the new node. Allocate the memory for the new node that we are doing over here. Next, initiate temporary pointer with head. Temporary pointer with head that we are doing here. So quickly we'll go and we'll see graphically. So this we have already done now. So I'm moving this up. I'm moving this up and we'll go here. We have another. Yeah, this one I'm taking into consideration. And as I want my, whether we have that, yeah, new node I will take from here only. Yeah, this new node I will take. Entire thing is coming. Yes, this entire thing is coming. So what I have to do, I just take an eraser and remove these things. Yeah, this is my new node. So take that new node to down. So where I want this new node? Here at the end I want. So I'm keeping this new node here. Maybe it is not visible to you. I will make it visible, no issues. So like this I will take. So hopefully now it is visible. So like this I want. Yeah, after this last node I want. So yeah, the first step, the algorithm allocate the memory to the new node. We have already done. We have allocated the new node. Then what we have to do? Allocate a temporary pointer at the head position. So here I am taking the temporary pointer. Here I am taking the temporary pointer. Temp. Step by step analysis is very important. Yeah, here I am taking the temporary pointer, and this temporary pointer initially we are doing, we are initializing with head. As you can see over here, we are making the temporary pointer as head. So whatever head is holding, the same thing will be initialized to temp. So head is having 1001, so temporary pointer is also going to have 1001. So ultimately what will happen? A link will be established from here to here like this. This temporary pointer is going to point this entire node. So next what we are doing? Yeah, new data, new node of data equals to new data, that we have already done. So we have inserted 5 here. Then what we have to do? The new node is going to be the last node. So make next of it as null. Okay. So immediately what we have to do? This node is going to be the last node because we are inserting this node at the end location. Isn't it? At the end location. So what we have to do? Make new node of next as null. So make this as null. Make this as null. That is the third step we are doing here. See, the new node is going to be the last node. So make the next of it as null. We have already done that one. Okay. So how we do that one? New node of next equals to null. New node of next equals to null means making the new node's next pointer as null. That we have already done. So the next thing, the fourth point, what we are doing? We are checking whether the list is empty or not. If the list is empty, then insert the newly created node at that location only and stop your process. So that we have done here. And if we check the head pointer as it is holding 1001, so no need to do this processing. No need to do this processing. So next what we have to do? Else traverse till the last node. How we traverse? See, check this one. Temp of next must not be equals to null. So what is temp? Temp is 1001. So here we are saying temp of next must not be equals to that statement I am writing over here because it is important. So while The code I am writing, while of temp of next, this temporary pointer of next, it should not be equals to null. It should not be equals to null. So till that time, till that point, what we have to do, we have to move the temporary pointer. Temp equals to temp of next. If you're not taking any parenthesis, any curly brackets, so this is the only statement which will become part of this loop. Okay, if you're not taking the curly brackets, then this is the only statement which will become the part of this while loop. So inside this while loop, we have only statement. We have this statement only. So keenly try to inspect this code. First, what we are saying, temp of next. What is temp? 1001. 1001 of next. 1001 of next. What it is? 1001 of next is nothing but 2002, isn't it? 2002. See here, 1001 is here, and of next we are saying that is nothing but this one. So this is 2002. 2002 is not equals to null. This is true only. This is true only. So immediately what will happen when the loop will become, when the condition will become, the loop will execute. The loop body will execute. So this is the loop body. So we are saying temp. This is the box. This box is this box only. Temp box. Temp memory location. Inside this temp memory location, right side to the assignment operator, temp means this value. 1001 of next. 1001 of next. So what is that 1001 of next? 1001 of next is 2002. 1001 of next is 2002. So this 2002 we are taking. This 2002 we are inserting over here. 2002. So immediately what will happen? Internally, that 2002 will come over here. 2002 will come in this box. So 2002 will come in this box. Once the 2002 is there in this box, yeah, is it going to point here 1001? No, it is not going to point 1001. So this will be removed. This link will be removed. So then what will happen? Where that temporary pointer is going to point? Where that temporary pointer is going to point means, yeah, it is going to point this location. That we will see now. Yeah, I'm just taking this entire thing, I'm moving this entire thing ahead, so it will come over here and it will point to this location. Okay, it will point to this location. Yeah, here it will point like this. Okay, next, as it is the loop body, yeah, the loop will continue with the next iteration. The loop will continue with the next iteration. So inside the next iteration, it will check one more time, it will check temp equals to temp of next. Temp of next not equals to null. So what is temp? 2002. 2002 is this one. 2002's next, that is 3003, isn't it? 2002's next means 3003. See here, temp is 2002. So put that 2002 here. 2002 of next. What is 2002 of next? That is 3003. 3003. 3003 not equals to null. Condition true again. Condition true again. So what will happen? This internal body will execute. So inside temp, yeah, left side to the assignment operator, it is a box. So right side to the assignment operator, temp means 2002. 2002 of next. 2002 of next. That is nothing but 2002 of next means 3003. 3003. So 3003 will be placed inside this box. 3003 will be placed inside this box, and indirectly that 3003 will also come inside this box. So here now temp will become 3003. Temp is pointing to 3003. So what will happen? Does it going to retain? This link is going to retain? No, this link will not retain. So this link will be removed. And what will happen? Yes, our temporary pointer is going to point 3003 now. Our temporary pointer is going to point 3003 now. So the temporary pointer will jump over here and it will point to this 3003 now. It will point to this 3003 now. So next, after this, as in the last case, the condition was true. The loop will iterate one more time to the condition and it will check for the trueness of that condition. Trueness of that condition. So once again, what we are saying, temp of next must not equals to be null. What is temp? Temp is 3003. 3003 of next. That is what? 3003 of next. 3003 is next. That is 4004. 4004. And it is not equals to null. 4004 is not equals to null. Condition true. So what will happen? Internal loop body. Internal loop body gets executed. This will be removed. This will be removed, and we'll do one more time analysis. So what is temp now? Temp is 3003 now. Temp is 3003 now. So 3003 of next. 3003 of next. So what it is? 3003 of next is nothing but this part, 4004. So that 4004 will come over here, and the same thing will be initialized with this temporary pointer. So here this will be removed. 4004 will be placed here. 4004 will come over here. 4004 will come over here. And next what we are doing, yeah, if it is 4004, does this link retain? No, this link will not be retained, and it will be removed. And what will happen? Yeah, the temporary pointer will jump to the next position. The temporary pointer will jump to the next position, and it will come over here. It will come over here, and it will point the last node. It will point the last node in our consideration. So now the temporary pointer is here. So next we do the one more time analysis, because the control will jump from here to this again, here to the condition again. So now this time, you see, this time, yes, temp of next. What is temp? Temp is 4004. 4004 of next. 4004 of next. What is 4004 of next? 4004's next is this part. This part is already null. Okay, this part is already null. So this will become null. So null not equals to null, condition becomes false. Null not equals to null, condition becomes false. So this loop body will not be executed. This loop body will not be executed. So in this way, we are moving the, using this while loop, we are moving the temporary pointer from the head node to the last node. Using this simple condition, we are moving the temporary pointer from head node to the last node. This understanding is very, very important. How we can move the temporary pointer from head node to the last node means using this simple loop. Using this simple loop, we can move the temporary node from head node to the last node. So remove this entire thing, and we follow the next lines of code, or whatever we have in our consideration. So now the temporary pointer is at our desired location, that is the last node's location. So next what we have to do, we have to make this new node as the last node. That is the last job we have to do. Okay, we have to make the new node as the last node. So once the situation is like this, what we have after this while loop. So till this point we have executed everything. Then what we are doing, temp of next equals to new node. So what is temp of next? Temp of next means what? Temp of next means this location. Previously it is null. I mean, at this point it is null. So we are talking about this location only. So what we are saying, temp of next. Temp of next equals to new node. New underscore node. Like this we are saying. What is new node? New node is 5005. Okay. And what is temp of next? What is temp of next? Which box is temp of next? Temp is what? Temp is like 4004, isn't it? 4004's next. 4004's next location. So basically this 4004's next location is a box, a memory location, this memory location. So there what we are doing, we are moving this 5005. We are keeping this 5005 at that location. So 5005 will come over here. As now temp of next is 5005, so this null will no longer exist. This null will no longer exist. So as this temp of next, that is this 4004's next part is 5005, it is going to point to the 5005 like this. Like this, a new link will be established. I will put that link with black marker only, because all links are with black. So this new link will be established like this. And this last node is null. Already we made this one. So like this. Hopefully you understood. So in this way, we have to move the temporary pointer to the last location, and we have to add the new node as the last node in our consideration, in our linked list. Hopefully you understood. So quickly go and see the time complexity. The time complexity of this function. See, when you are calling this add at end function, when you are calling this add at end function, you don't know how many nodes are there in that linked list, whether it is completely empty, or it is having one node, or it is having 10 nodes, or it is having 50 nodes. How many nodes it is having, you don't know, isn't it? And moreover, inserting the node at the last position, yeah, your loop has to traverse till the end of the linked list, because we have to move the temporary pointer to the last location of your linked list. So moving the temporary pointer to some unknown number of nodes, to some unknown number of nodes, so this loop will iterate unknown number of times. How many times this loop will iterate? Unknown number of times. So as this internal part n, this is 1, this is 1, and rest of all the statements, if this is true, this is 2, and if this is false, this is 0, isn't it? If this is true, if this if condition is true, then this two statements 2. If this if condition is false, these two statements, they will become 0. So likewise here, this is 1, this is another 1, yeah, this statement is also 1, and this statement is also 1. So over here, how many units of time? 4 units of time. 4 plus 5, will consider this as 0. 5 plus this is how much? 2n. 2n plus 5. Our function f of n will become, f of n will become 2n plus 5. And what will be the order? Order of n. Order of n. See, if you maintain a pointer at the end node, at the last node, if you maintain the pointer by default as part of your singly linked list only, if you maintain another pointer, like how we are maintaining the head pointer, if you maintain a pointer with name tail, let us assume we are also maintaining a pointer tail, then we can even insert a new node at the end location at order of 1 only. Order of 1 only, because there is no need to move this temporary pointer from head node to the last node, from head node to the last node. So at that time, what will happen? Your time complexity will become order of 1. For this added end also, your time complexity will become order of 1. If you maintain an extra pointer at the last location of your singly linked list, that is at the tail location. Head we are maintaining, and even if you maintain a tail pointer, then your time complexity will become order of 1. This is one of the important question. How we can make the time complexity of a function which adds a node at the end of the singly linked list to 1. To order of 1 means by simply maintaining an extra pointer, tail pointer. So this is the answer to that question. So next thing, yeah, this we have understood, and we have to add this code, and we have to check whether it will give the positive result or not. So what function? Add at end function we have to add. So I'm going to the code, and I'm trying to add that function over here. I'm adding this function void add at end. Add at end of, we are passing only the new data to this function. I know this one. So next thing, we have to create the new node. In every function we'll do that one. So node star new underscore node equals to new of node constructor call. Then assign the new data to this new node. New underscore node of data equals to new underscore data. Clear? Next, what we have to do, as it is the last node, make the new node's next pointer as null. Okay, new underscore nodes next equals to null. Make this as null. Then what we have to do? Yeah, check if the linked list is empty or not. If head equals to null, head equals to null. If linked list is empty, what we have to do? Simply make the newly created node as the first node. That is head equals to new node. Head equals to new node, then return. Already we made new node of next equals to null. So no need to make it once again. So here you come, and now if linked list is not empty, then move to the last node. While how we can move? Already we have initiated temp, right? Here we have not initiated temp. So make node star temp equals to head. So next, if at all, yeah, till what we have to move, temp of next must not equals to null. Till that point we have to move our sorry, this null, it has to be capitals. Okay, till this point we have to move our temp equals to temp of next. Temp of next. Next, what we have to do after reaching, uh, yeah, now the temporary pointer is at your last node. So what we have to do now at this point, simply make temp of next, uh, yes, temp of next equals to, yeah, that only we are doing, right? Yeah, after that temp of next equals to new node, then return. That's it. Temp of next equals to new node. That's it. So save this program and quickly you check any issues. Yes, new node equals to what it is saying, declaration of node star new node shadows a parameter. Yeah, here it should be new data, not new node. This new data. Okay. So now compile. Yeah, it got compiled successfully. Then run just to see. Yeah, we are getting the perfect output. So now we do the insertion at the end. So after this 25, I will enter 30. So I will enter 30 and that I will do using add at end function. So cout endl, then add after, no, add at end. Add at end of what value I want? 30 value only I want. So like this I want. So print list to see whether it will get added or not, head. Okay, like this. So this is my display and this is how it will change, how this linked list will change after adding 30 at the end. So here 30 will come and then like this it will come. So the 30 has to be added at the end. So quickly we see whether it will be added or not, or any issues in our code. So execute, see the difference. Yes, see over here, yeah, till this point we discussed, yeah, after this 3 5 7 10, the previous case was 3 5 7 10 15 20 25. Now we added this 30 using add at end function. I will add another node, that is 35, and we will see, yeah, using the same code we have to write. So put that code here and instead of 30 place 35, place 35, and here also 35 off, 35 off. So like this I want. So compile, successfully compiled, and run and check. See, after 30 35 got added. Previous case was up to 30, 3 5 7 10 15 20 25 and 30. Now we added 35, and last as it is you will get null only for everything. Hope you understood this one. So the next thing, yeah, we still have 10 more minutes. So the next thing is searching operation. It is very simple operation. Simply we do the searching. How we are going to search a particular node in a given linked list, that we do, that we see in our next coding part, I mean next explanation. So searching for a node on a singly linked list, searching for an element into the singly linked list. Okay, searching for a value in a singly linked list, and who will do the job means the search function. Here you can see search function will do the job for us. The function search will search a given key x. So here to this function we have to pass the value whatever you want to search. So let us say I want to search for 5 in the given linked list. So that we will see, I mean, afterwards. So whatever value you want to search, that value you have to pass as an argument to this search function. If the value is present inside the singly linked list, it will return true. The function will return boolean value true. If the value is not present inside the singly linked list, then the function will return false. And using that true false, we will frame our statements accordingly. We will frame our statements accordingly. So here the search function will take head node and the key value to be searched as parameters and return a boolean value. Okay, for example, to search for 5, here what we are doing, You are searching for 5 inside this linked list, 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay, yeah, as this value is not there in this linked list, at this point the search function should return false. The search function should return the boolean value false. If at all you are searching for 15, over here we are searching for 15, then 15 is present inside the singly linked list, so the search function should return true. The search function should return true. So that we will see. So yeah, the search operation, it is very simple. So first what we have to do, initialize a pointer, a temporary pointer to the head node, because we have to move, yeah, in order to do the search operation, we have to move inside the singly linked list from head node to the tail node, from head node to the tail node. So as moving the head itself is not a good option, because if you move the head, what will happen? Your complete singly linked list will get disturbed. If you move the head in the search operation, your complete singly linked list will get disturbed. So we don't want that one. So that is the reason why what we are doing, we are taking another pointer, a similar pointer to head, and we are naming it as temp pointer, temporary pointer. And every time we are moving temporary pointer one step ahead, and we are checking in that node whether the current key is not there or not. Current value is there. Current value for what we are searching. Current value for what we are searching. We call it as key. We call it as key. So every time we check whether the key is present inside that node or not. If the key is present, we stop the searching there itself. If key is not present, we'll move to the next node and we'll perform the same operation there also. So do the following while temp is not null, and temp of data is equals to the key being searched, then return true. If it is not, simply move to the next node. That only I am saying over here. See, first we are making temp as head here. We are taking a temporary pointer and we are making that temporary pointer as head. And yeah, we are taking a while loop and we are working on that while loop till temporary pointer becomes null. Okay, every time what we are doing, temp of data we are checking, we are comparing with key value. Temp of data we are comparing with key value. If it is equal, then return true. Return true means there only we are stopping. If it is not equal, then what we are doing, we are moving to the next node. Temp equals to temp of next. Move to the next node. Move to the next node and perform the same thing once again. So after visiting all the nodes, even if you didn't find the key, after visiting all the nodes, even if you didn't find the key, then what we are returning? We are simply returning false to indicate that the key is not present inside the linked list. We are returning false to indicate that the key is not present inside the linked list. So over here, the search operation and this analysis also we will do, hopefully. Yeah, if time permits, we will do. So I will remove all these things from our consideration and I will take what we need exactly. Okay, so I am taking the eraser to remove all the unnecessary stuff. Yeah, even this also we don't need. This new data also, because we are not creating any new node now. We are simply okay, this got removed. So the next thing, yes, initially what we are doing in this algorithm, you quickly check that one. Yeah, this is our algorithm. Yeah, make the first step here, this one, create a temporary pointer and make it as head. So that I am doing now. I am creating a temporary pointer and making it as head. So temporary pointer, and if you make it as head, so whatever head is having, the same thing you have to store here. That is 1001 will come over here. So it will point, sorry, link I have to put with black. So this will point to the first node. This will point to the first node. Next, what we have to do, we have to use this loop while temp not equals to null. So is it null now? No, it is not null. So this is true. This is true. So next, what I have to do, if this is true, check whether temp of data equals to x. What is temp of data? What is temp of data now? So previously we were talking about temp of next. Now we are talking about temp of data. Temp of data equals to key or not. Isn't it key only, right? or x, whatever variable name they will take. So here they have taken x, so I'm taking x. So here temp of data equals to x. So what is x in my consideration? Let us suppose we are searching for 20. So x is 20. I'm searching for 20. So temp of data. What is temp? 1001. This one. 1001 of data. Quickly check. 1001 of data. Is it equals to 20? So what is this data? This is 1001 of data, that is nothing but 10. So yeah, equals to, we have to consider only, I talked about only assignment operator. This is double equal to operator, so it is something like comparison, so we have to take value only. Okay, 10 equals to 20. This is not true, isn't it? This is not true. So what we have to do, if this is not true, if this is false, then we have to come over here. This will not be executed. If this is false, this will not be executed, because this thing is the body of this if statement. So if this is false, this will not be executed. Directly the control will come to this point. Temp equals to temp of next. So temp will jump to this point. Temp will jump to next point and it will become 2002. It will become 2002. Because temp equals to temp of next, we are saying, so the temp will jump over here and it will become 2002. So likewise, it will become 2002 and it will point to this location. It will point to this location, and this entire thing we have to remove. Yeah, again we have to check temp of data whether it is equals to x or not. What is temp of data now? It is 15. 15 equals to 20. Again false. So again one more time temp equals to temp of x. So simply it will jump to the next location 3003. It will jump to the next location 3003. So that it will come, sorry, it will come here 3003. It will come here now. So once again what we are doing, we are checking. Yeah, this is 3003 temp value, and a link will be established from here to here, and this we have to remove. Okay, next again we have to check temp of data equals to x or not. So what is temp of data? Temp of data, this is 3003 of data. Temp is 3003 of data equals to 20, we are saying. So 3003 of data 20 equals to 20. Condition true. Condition true. So here at this point this condition is going true. So immediately what we are doing, we are returning true. This function will return true. So the time complexity over here, it is order of n, because after how many nodes we are going to find the searching element, or if at all we are not finding the searching element, then we have to visit all the nodes in your singly linked list, and that number of nodes we don't know. How many nodes the singly linked list will have? At one point it may have one node, at one point it may have 10 nodes, at one point it may have n nodes. So the unknown number we are considering it as n. So the time complexity function will become a multiple of n, isn't it? A time complexity function, our time complexity function f of n will become multiple of n. So something followed by n plus something, we will get some constant a, so multiple n followed by some constant b. So this n, it is an unknown number, so our time complexity will become order of n, like this, order of n. So the next thing, yeah, we have to check this implementation with our code, how we are implementing this in our code, that we have to see. Yeah, this search function quickly I will implement and I will show you. Yeah, here we are writing the search function. Search function is going to return boolean value, boolean search of what we are passing, int key. Let us assume I'm passing key. So inside it, what we have to do, the first step, we have to create the temporary node pointer, node star temp equals to head. Okay, then using the while loop, while temp of next, It should not be equals to, it should not be equals to null. Yes, it should not be equals to null. Then inside it, sorry, inside it, I am taking an if condition. If at all temp of data equals to key, whatever key we got. If it is true, then what we are doing, sorry, this thing is also not required. Okay, if at all this thing is correct, then we are returning true. Then we are returning true. If at all this thing is not, then what we have to do, we have to change the temporary pointer location to the next location. Temp equals to temp of next. Temp of next. That's it. And if at all you are exiting from this entire loop and you didn't find any key in your linked list, then return false. Then return false. The same thing we have done. Yes, same thing we have done. So then quickly go and search after this entire node, after this entire entry, search for cout endl, search for some 15 we are searching, 15 we are searching in the linked list. So simply put cout of search, that's it, because we don't need any display now. Search of cout of search, we will see what it will print on the output screen. If it is not printing the accurate value, we have to modify our code accordingly. So quickly go compile, compilation successful, run. See, 1 it is returning, an integer value it is returning, 1 indicates true. Okay, so because we are finding that one, so how we modify that code means, if at all search of this one 15 is true, search of 15 is true, then return cout element found in SLL, singly linked list, element found in SLL. Okay, if not, then else cout element not found in SLL, singly linked list. So this one, this statements you have to print. So when we are searching for 50, we will see what output we will get. Yeah, here something is missing. It is saying before token. Yeah, here semicolon. Compile. Yeah, compilation successful. Then execute. See, element found in singly linked list. We are searching for 15, so that element is found in singly linked list. We'll write same code again and we will search for some what we call some 17. It is not there in our singly linked list. Is it there? It is not there in our singly linked list. Now we are searching for 17. So compile, successful compilation, and then execute. See, element not found in SSL, singly linked list. So like this, we can even search for a given element inside the singly linked list by doing the simple traversal. Okay, hopefully you understood all these things. So far we have seen the complete linked list implementation, then we performed traversal, then we performed insertion, then we also performed search. The only thing which is left with this singly linked list is the deletion operation. So deletion, how we can perform, that we see in our next class. And after that, in 2 more classes, in one class I will implement stack using singly linked list, and in another class I will implement queue using linked list. So with that we can conclude our 2.5 units. Doubly linked list concept we have in second part of your third unit. Okay, till this point we are considering for your first mid. Okay, till this linked list concept, including implementation of stack, implementation of queue using singly linked list, including those 2 concepts we are considering for your first unit. Already I have posted important questions on my blog. You can visit my blog and you can try to solve the important questions, and very soon you have to submit the assignment also. I will give the due date and I will give the questions for assignment in my next class, hopefully. Thank you very much, students.